Buying your own car is one of the most exciting decisions many people make in life, because a vehicle is not only a machine used for transportation, but also something that becomes part of your daily routine, your memories, your travels, and sometimes even your personality over time. For some people, owning a car represents freedom for the very first time, while for others it becomes a reward after years of hard work, saving money, and imagining the moment they finally sit behind the wheel of something they can truly call their own. But despite the excitement surrounding car ownership, choosing the right vehicle can also become surprisingly stressful, because the automotive world is filled with endless options, different brands, confusing opinions, aggressive marketing, and pressure from social media trends. Many people end up buying cars based only on appearance, internet hype, or temporary emotions without fully understanding whether the vehicle actually fits their real lifestyle and long-term needs. That is why one of the smartest things any buyer can do before searching for a car is asking a very simple but extremely important question. What kind of driving life do you actually have? Some people drive mainly inside crowded cities, while others travel long highway distances every week. And some drivers simply want peaceful weekend drives without worrying about performance or speed at all. Understanding your daily routine changes everything, because the perfect car for one person may become completely frustrating for someone else with different habits and needs. For example, large SUVs may look powerful and impressive online, but they can feel difficult and stressful inside crowded cities with narrow streets, expensive parking, and heavy traffic conditions. At the same time, very small cars may feel practical and efficient in urban areas, but uncomfortable during long-distance highway trips where cabin comfort and stability become more important. This is why experienced buyers often focus less on trends and more on how the car will realistically fit into everyday life over several years of ownership. Another important factor many people underestimate is total ownership cost, because buying the vehicle itself is only one part of the financial responsibility connected to owning a car. Fuel consumption, insurance prices, maintenance costs, taxes, tire replacements, and unexpected repairs can completely change how affordable a vehicle truly becomes over time. Some cars may initially look cheap to buy, but later become expensive because of poor reliability or difficult maintenance requirements. Other vehicles may cost slightly more at first, but save enormous amounts of money long-term through reliability, fuel efficiency, and lower repair costs. This is why researching reliability becomes one of the smartest steps before purchasing any vehicle, because long-term ownership experience matters far more than first impressions alone. Brands such as Toyota and Honda became respected globally largely because many drivers trust their reliability and lower long-term ownership stress. At the same time, some buyers may prioritize luxury, comfort, performance, or design instead of maximum reliability, which is completely understandable depending on personal preferences and lifestyle. The important thing is understanding honestly what matters most to you, rather than blindly following internet opinions or social media trends. Another mistake many buyers make is choosing a car only because it looks exciting online, without thinking carefully about how it feels during real daily driving. A car can look amazing in videos and photographs, but feel uncomfortable, noisy, impractical, or exhausting during actual long-term ownership. That is why test driving becomes extremely important, because spending even a short amount of time inside the vehicle reveals details impossible to understand through pictures alone. Steering feel, seating comfort, visibility, suspension softness, cabin noise, and driving position all affect daily enjoyment far more than many people expect. Sometimes a vehicle that seemed ordinary online suddenly feels perfect during a real drive, while another car that looked exciting may quickly feel disappointing once experienced personally. Used cars also require special attention, because condition matters far more than age alone. A well-maintained older car can provide a fantastic ownership experience for years, while a neglected newer vehicle may quickly become stressful and expensive. Checking maintenance history, accident records, tire condition, engine behavior, suspension feel, and overall cleanliness
often reveals how carefully the previous owner treated the vehicle. Small details, such as uneven tire wear, strange engine noises, warning lights, or inconsistent paint color, can sometimes indicate hidden problems buyers should investigate carefully before making decisions.
For people buying used vehicles especially, bringing an experienced mechanic or knowledgeable friend during inspections can prevent expensive mistakes later. Another important factor is emotional connection, because while logic matters greatly during car buying, emotions still play a real role in long-term satisfaction. People spend enormous amounts of time inside their vehicles, which means liking how the car feels emotionally is also important alongside reliability and practicality. Some cars simply make drivers feel relaxed, confident, or happy every time they start the engine, and that feeling matters more than many people realize. The perfect vehicle is not always the fastest, most expensive, or most popular one, because sometimes the best car is simply the one that fits your life naturally, without creating unnecessary stress. Modern internet culture often pressures people into chasing luxury brands, aggressive sports cars, or trendy vehicles designed mainly for online attention rather than realistic ownership satisfaction. But experienced drivers eventually realize that peaceful ownership often matters far more than temporary excitement or social media approval. A dependable car that feels comfortable every day can bring far more happiness than an expensive vehicle constantly causing stress, repairs, or financial pressure. Fuel efficiency also becomes increasingly important depending on driving habits, because long daily commutes can dramatically increase ownership costs over time. Likewise, cargo space, passenger comfort, parking ease, and visibility become much more valuable after months or years of real use compared to the excitement felt during the first few days of ownership. Technology inside modern cars should also be considered carefully, because while advanced features can improve convenience and safety, too much unnecessary complexity sometimes creates frustration during long-term ownership. Simple interiors with intuitive controls often age much better emotionally compared to systems overloaded with confusing menus and distracting touchscreens. Safety should never be ignored either, because modern vehicles include important improvements in crash protection, braking systems, lighting technology, and driver assistance features that can genuinely protect lives. At the same time, no technology replaces responsible driving habits, attention, and patience behind the wheel. One of the most useful things any buyer can do is take time instead of rushing decisions emotionally. Cars will always continue being sold, new models will always arrive, and trends will constantly change. But choosing carefully usually leads to much better long-term satisfaction. The goal should not be buying the most impressive vehicle possible, but finding a car that quietly improves daily life without creating unnecessary stress or regret later. And perhaps that is the real secret behind choosing the perfect car, because the best vehicle is often the one that feels natural every single day, whether driving through busy streets, taking peaceful night drives, or simply knowing the car waiting outside truly fits the life you want to live.